EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to the matchup between the London Bulldogs and the Houston Gunners. And we are underway from Houston. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Not a bit. Just a bit.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And finally marked down at the 42.
That changed the direction. Jesus Christ.
Good for 33 and a first.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the
Noted.
outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right.
They're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
They did tell us they wanted to establish a ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
There we go.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Back to throw here.
Oh my God.
It's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive
That was right there. And I actually knocked him off the coverage. That's my fault.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their own. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
All right.
Remember, that was done
AJ, me and you beefing now, boy. I don't like how you ran that ball down on my field on that. You don't play that.
The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
You don't like that one bit.
Booker to return it. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25.
You don't like that one bit. Not one bit. Hold your block? Jesus.
At the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Love now. Flush to his right. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
And a London first down.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down, Bulldogs.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Running back.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Gain of 12. First down, London.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now a handoff looking right.
At the 24-yard line.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5.
Another carry.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
At the 5-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Pass rusher extraordinaire. Dee Ford that time getting the sack. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. An 8-yard gain, so that gets him halfway there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8 more.
And it's 3rd down.
Working out of the gun. Love. Throw left side complete. It's Logan. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Love from the gun into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the 2nd half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for Houston. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Out of the the shotgun. It's Love. That's taken in by Callaway. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. First down, going to the air with Love. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And some space here. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On play action, they'll throw. Being chased out left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one is right down the middle. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something? And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And they're going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
15-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll set up to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Take over first down.
When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Love. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Forced to the ground and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Love. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
From the gun, Love. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35.
Third down pass. Intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the the 10-yard line.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit.
A 27-yard attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First down and 10. At their own 25.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the gun on third down, Love. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A gain of 9 brings up second and
operating from the gun. Love. Got a man. It's Gibson complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 22 yards there, a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Love. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 2nd and 6. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
First down.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Out to his left. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On first down, Cook. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing a shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a fourth down. Well played.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this third quarter. So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
A loss of a yard on the play.
Back now here on EA Sports. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. On third down, Love. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They pick up 12 on the play, and the chains move. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Operating from the gun, Love. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again, Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Logan. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. T.J. Logan, 35 yards. And his guys are going to retake the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Well, they just scored, they got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 3rd down, Love. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And this one is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a 1-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd down, it's Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Push him back. Push him back. Play 56.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Bulldogs 31. Gunners 16.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't perfection. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Under 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Track him, 60.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Move. We got 4. We got 4.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 10-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Love. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
A gain of
14 yards on the play as they pick up the first. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for the touchdown. T.J. Logan. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Cook. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and that takes us from second to third down. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for London, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
greens with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm